Hello YouTube, Freddie Cardona here. Welcome back to another episode of Driving in the News. Today is January 6th, 2023. Let's get right into it.
Not jammed anymore. Bell Parkway. We've got delays from Guy Brewery to
Let me
the
fix the
airport.
camera.
Always gets heavy around
There
the
we go.
airport and the Van Wyck, and then moderate traffic will take you out into Cross Bay Boulevard, and we've got some more westbound delays from the Old Mill Basin Drawbridge out into the Gravesend section of Brooklyn, and we've got eastbound Bell Parkway delays off of the busy but not jammed Brooklyn-bound Verrazano Bridge. The inbound Gowanus PQE eastbound combination from 20th Street into Atlantic. Again, we've got those heavy delays. We've got 5 to 10 minute delays inbound at the Lincoln and the George, inbound side of the Holland Tunnel, 15 with alternate side parking rules and regulations that have suspended today for Three Kings Day. The meter rules, they applied. Our next report is at 8:01. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Now, the AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Here's meteorologist Dean DeVore.
All right, this morning not as bad as yesterday with the conditions, although we're watching these cloud levels go up and down. So you may be driving along and everything is all right, then you may end up into some low clouds and foggy patches. Certainly some more pockets of rain and drizzle. Monique to go through the morning. So in the afternoon, it tapers more to just showers of rain, potentially mixing with and going over to some snow in some of the distant northern and western suburbs as we get later in the afternoon and evening. Highest temperature today, 40 out there in the northern and western suburbs, 48 in the city itself. Turning colder as we clear back out later tonight. A brisk breeze takes us down to 37 in the city, low 30s in the suburbs. Tomorrow we'll get up to 44 with a mix of sun and clouds. We'll stay closer to 40, a little colder on Sunday. And there's still this potential for snow, especially city and inland with some rain down along the coastal communities, south and east, later Sunday night into Monday, and then some sunny breaks Monday afternoon as we get back up into the mid-40s. Right now in Midtown, our temperature's 43. We're heading up to 48. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore, New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Winds news time 7:53. The Mega Millions jackpot continues to climb. After no one bought a winning ticket in the drawing this past Tuesday, the jackpot is now an estimated $940 million. That's the sixth largest jackpot in U.S. history. When is the next drawing? That's tonight at 11, and we will have the winning numbers right after 11 o'clock on 1010 Winds. Looks like another plot twist in the continuing saga of Carlos Correa to the Mets.
Yeah, Monique, that deal's still not officially done as they try to hammer out details regarding Correa's surgically repaired ankle. Now, reportedly, his people have been in touch with at least one other team should those talks completely break down. Meantime, the other team in town made some news Thursday, adding former Mets general manager Omar Minaya as a senior advisor to baseball operations.
I identify with Queens, a very proud Queens guy, but I'm very, when it's all said and done, we're all New Yorkers, and to be able to be, with the Yankees, I mean, you're talking about an organization. I mean, look, it's the greatest brand in the world.
Minaya on yes after joining a brain trust under Brian Cashman that also this week added ex-Giants GM Brian Sabian. Mark Renee, 1010 Winds Sports on 92.3 FM.
43 degrees in Secaucus, 45 in Bay Ridge, 43 in Midtown, cloudy with pockets of rain and drizzle. Humidity's at 93%, wind southeast around 5 miles per hour. Repeating the current temperature, 43 going up to 48 in Midtown. Winds news time 7:55. Bloomberg Money Watch coming up next.
The services of Catholic Charities can help people really to hold it together when they're living on the edge.
That was Bishop Robert Brennan of the Diocese of Brooklyn. Life can be unpredictable, especially for those living below the poverty line. Catholic Charities Brooklyn and Queens provides help for those in need with over 160 programs and services. But we can't do it without your support. Please give to Catholic Charities at ccbq.org.
Paid actors represent actual clients.
After my car crash, the insurance company wasn't fair. My attorneys now at the Barnes firm got me $2.5 million.
I was hurt in a car accident. My attorney now at the Barnes firm, they got me $6 million.
I'm Rich Barnes. How much is your case worth? You might be surprised. Call the Barnes firm now and let us help you get the best result possible.
The Barnes firm. Injury attorneys. Call 1-800-8
Past results don't predict future outcomes. Manhattan, Long Island.
Winds news time 7:56 now. Bloomberg Money Watch. This is sponsored by Sloman's. Here's Steve Potisk.
Well, Monique, the sticker shock at the supermarket checkout remains in place, yet you may be finding it's not as bad as it was last spring and summer. Now, while global food prices remain well above their 10-year average, adding to a global cost of living crunch, they ended last year pretty much where they started. That's according to a United Nations survey. Its index of food costs soared to a record back in March, shortly after Russia's invasion of Ukraine, but then began slipping down about 1% from the start of the year by the time 2022 wrapped up, making the first yearly decline since 2018. Now, prospects for 2023 hinge on beneficial weather to boost strained crop stockpiles. On Wall Street, well, we're mixing things up here ahead of the December employment report. S&P futures are positive by less than a point. NASDAQ futures are down 19, while Dow futures are higher by 28 points. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Steve Potisk for 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
Who doesn't have a home security system? But how would you like a free doorbell camera and professional installation? Sloman's wishes they could give one to everyone.
I hope we get a nice little jingle today.
1010 Wins listeners who call 833-933-SAFE will get this limited time offer.
Like that one jingle, 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Sloman's is going to
Most people hate that one, actually.
home security system and professional.
Let me know in the comments what you think about that one. That 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
And backup battery. Plus, if you are one of the first 40 1010 Wins listeners to call, you'll receive a free doorbell camera that connects right to your smartphone with the installation of your Sloman Shield. Keep your family safe. Call 833-933-SAFE. That's 833-933-SAFE now to take advantage of this limited time offer.
Do you have bad credit but need a new car? Do you have trouble getting a car loan for any reason? Call Credit Solutions, a division of Hudson Hyundai. It's easy to apply right over the phone. Bad credit, no problem. Call 800-951-4221. That's 800-951-4221. Tier 1 customers can drive a new Hyundai with just $68 down. Like a new Hyundai Tucson, only $68 down. A new Hyundai Palisade, just $68 down. Even a new Hyundai Kona Electric, only $68 down. You could be driving a new car home today. They will help with any credit situation. Call 800-951-4221. That's 800-951-4221. And all new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Call Credit Solutions for a pre-approval today. 800-951-4221. That's 800-951-4221 or HudsonHyundai.com. Payments will vary. Credit severity affects approval. See dealer for details.
WINS FM in HD1 New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
It's news time 7:59. AccuWeather says clouds, patchy fog out there along with some rain and drizzle could slow your travels this morning. Chilly with showers and rain mixing with some wet snow. That's well inland this afternoon into tonight. Got a high of 48 degrees in the city this afternoon. Later tonight, skies will clear a bit and turn brisk and cold with a low of 37 in the city. 44 degrees right now in Midtown. More people get their news from 1010 Wins than from any other radio station in the nation. Christian Alexander is our service aide, Justin Schrager, the editor, and I'm Monique Coppola.
All right, headlines.
All the time. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM, New York.
Good morning, 44 degrees with rain and drizzle at 8 o'clock. It's Friday, January 6th. I'm Lee Harris. Here's what's happening. It's the 2-year anniversary of the riot at the Capitol. President Biden will be awarding medals to the people who protected the Capitol that day. Kevin McCarthy's still not the Speaker of the House, but he's hanging in there with a 12th vote coming up today.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
The nurses threatening to strike next week have deals with some of the hospitals involved, but not all of them. The crime stats for 2022 show some improvement, but total crime was still up 22% year over year. We'll talk to Mayor Adams about that live in about 15 minutes. Some encouraging news about DeMar Hamlin. We'll have the latest on his condition. Sports, the Rangers won, the Devils and the Islanders lost. 1010 Wins AccuWeather. Chilly today with rain and some wet snowflakes inland. The high today 48. The weekend should be chilly, but mostly dry. Wins News Time, 8:01. Let's get traffic and transit on the ones now from Karen Stewart.
Seems like like something's going on over on the FDR Drive near 96th Street. It might be an accident that we're looking at here with one lane blocked. We have southbound delays in the area that go up the Harlem River Drive and start at around 139th Street, trying to get down into 96th. And we've got northbound delays into 96th that go back into the 30s. Right now. So next, the RFK into the Upper East Side heavy, of course, with that Harlem River Drive delay. 59th Street Bridge is not bad at all, despite delays on the FDR across the once you get across the span there at the 59th Street Bridge. The Queens Midtown Tunnel's doing pretty well. Oh, we're jammed now, both directions as you make your way to McGinnis-Humboldt Street. Something's going on there too, maybe a minor accident. The southbound or westbound side of the BQE is delayed from Queens Boulevard, jammed, and the eastbound side is jammed too from back at Flushing Avenue. Alternate side parking is suspended today for religious observances. The meter rules, they apply. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes around the clock. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
The riot at the Capitol was 2 years ago today. This is what it sounded like on 1010 Wins.
This just into the 1010 Wins newsroom. The United States Capitol is fully locked down. Lawmakers inside discussing the collection of the electoral college.
President Biden will observe the anniversary of the White House.
President Biden will mark the occasion by awarding the nation's second highest civilian honor. Police officers who battled rioters, election workers who suffered harassment, and state and local officials who affirmed the results will be given the Presidential Citizens Medal. One will go posthumously to Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick, who died from the strokes he suffered after scuffling with rioters.
Stephen Portnoy at the White House. Many of the people who got into the Capitol that day will be marking the anniversary behind bars.
Since the assault on the Capitol, more than 950 alleged rioters have been arrested across the country. Half of them have already been convicted. January 6th committee member Jamie Raskin described them as foot soldiers.
Ours is not a system of justice where foot soldiers go to jail and the masterminds and ringleaders get a free pass.
The Justice Department, under the direction of a special counsel, is investigating the role former President Trump and his aides and allies played in the insurrection and whether they should face criminal charges. Aaron Katursky, ABC News, New York.
Stop us if you've heard this one before, but there's still no Speaker of the House, despite multiple votes on the matter. Even the vote to adjourn last night was a problem.
The clerk first called for a House vote. All in favor of adjourning till noon? What about against? That no went on so long, the clerk declared.
And the opinion of the chair, the noes have it.
The members weren't having it. A voice vote narrowly calling it quits for day 3, with Kevin McCarthy still 18 votes short of the Speaker's job. No indication how he'll convince his 20-party holdouts to choose him. Andy Field, ABC News, Washington.
There will be a 12th vote today after some backroom negotiations, and Kevin McCarthy is hoping this one will somehow turn out differently.
I think we're having good discussions. I think everybody wants to find a solution, and the good thing about it is we worked this all out at the beginning, so the rest of the Congress will be very...
$3.07 for the cheapest gas. I think that was the cheapest gas. I don't remember now. I hope I didn't say that wrong. But I saw $3.07 regular for cash.
Samantha Lehman reports from Mount Sinai West this morning.
Deals worked out with New York Presbyterian, Maimonides, and...
That's actually a good idea. I might call out gas prices as well as we go through this journey through the years.
Rasky said on Newsline with Bridget Quinn, a strike would be devastating.
This is not to be taken lightly at all.
1010 Winds obtained a memo from Mount Sinai outlining their strike preparations that included diverting ambulances, discharging patients, canceling elective surgeries, and even moving NICU babies to other hospitals. New York State Nurses Association President Nancy Hagan says it's shameful.
We regret that Mount Sinai is choosing to spend time and money on strike.
There's that building on River Road that we've been monitoring throughout this series. And I have a picture of the very first time that area there was recorded during the Driving in the News. So I'm going to cut it out right here. And again, I wanted to thank everyone for following the mission of recording history. And if you noticed in the story that they did about the Capitol, they went back to the actual news clips from 2 years ago to let us know how that sounded. And therein lies the reason I do this, is because 2 years from now, or 3 years from now, not necessarily this particular day, but any given day, you can go back and listen to a snippet of how the news sounded for that particular day. So that's the mission here. It isn't about politics. It isn't about sports. It isn't about any particular opinion that one may have about what's going on in the news. It's simply to bring you what happened on that day at that time. And that's it. A very simple mission. And I want to thank everybody who's been loyal to the series of Driving in the News. You guys have been incredible. And we'll see you on the next Driving in the News.